Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode of the Glory Hunter Challenge. Since we last met, we have not played a game, but Liverpool have, and we currently sit in the driving seat for the title. In today's episode, we are playing until said title is either won or lost. Today's run, we have Aston Villa, who are fifth and fighting for European football. We've got Leeds, who are relegated in dead last with 20th position. And then Arsenal on the final day at home, which could decide the title if it gets there. But in major news, Liverpool have just played and drew 0-0 to Wolves after FMing us out of the Champions League. And to be fair, they got absolutely FM'd, and Jose Sarr, he went massive for us as well, which means Liverpool have only got one more game there against Spurs, and the most points they can get to is 83. They do have a bigger goal difference, but it also means we are one win away from European glory, if only. We're only one win away from Premier League glory. Before we get into this game against Aston Villa, though, I do want to have a look at the job security screen, and we might have a bit of a look at around Europe and about what's going on, because we need to see if there's some jobs that we are going to take here. First things first, insecure at Leipzig is Marco Rojas, and Leipzig currently sits 7th in the Bundesliga. They could finish in the Europa League, which would give us a shot of winning the Europa League. Secondly, financially, you get a lot of money in Germany, and they would have some sellable assets, like Josko, who is worth 100+ million. Don't get me wrong, I love him, and I would try to keep him, but maybe the Leipzig job, going to Germany, might not be a bad thing, is the first thing I will say on that list. That is insecure. Secondly, there as well, if you're having a look for a few of these other ones that are insecure, there's no one else of note. A lot of the big teams are actually having a good year. Man City, Man United all stable, Barcelona stable, Dortmund stable. So when you go to have a look at world football here and you look at league tables, right, and let's go, for instance, let's go to Italy, right, the Italian Serie A. Inter are fine, Atlanta are flying, Juve maybe get a little bit upset at their manager, but I don't think, they will because of the points deduction they had at the first part of the season. Milan, I wouldn't go to Napoli, Roma maybe, but, they're all going to be bigger rebuilds, for the teams there. You're then going, look, to Germany, right, we just were on Germany, but you look at you go to Germany, go to Bayern, and go to the Bundesliga. Bayern have over-toppled Dortmund and come back to win the league there. And then, as you can also see there as well, Dortmund had a pretty good year. So unless it is Leipzig, then we really aren't on the move, and we still have to win the FA Cup, so we might stay with West Ham. If you're looking at the Spanish First Division, Barca and Real Madrid are fought with themselves. The only thing I can think is Atletico Madrid may get upset at Thomas Tuchel, but, they made a Champions League quarter-final. They might turn around and say the fourth round cup wasn't good enough for Thomas. That's the sort of job I wouldn't mind. And then, lucky last, you have to look at Ligue 1. Unless you go in there to try and beat PSG, then you're realistically just doing whatever, aren't you? PSG have won the league there. And what job would you take there? Monaco, really? I think you would take a Lyon or Marseille if they had a lot more money. But I feel like going to France is easier later in life, not when PSG are this good. With Mbappe and co, you're going to wait for them to all move. But yeah, means that job-wise, job security, there is not much insecure or very insecure jobs around that of our note, apart from Chelsea. And I'm not moving from West Ham to Chelsea, that's for sure. But someone might take the Chelsea job that opens up a door for ourselves. But I think the only job that I would move to there is Leipzig, to try and cash in on a couple of players and really try to win the DFB Pokal at some point, and the Europa League if they're in the Europa League next year. Anyhow, in terms of our team here, we are going to line up very similarly to how we lined up against Liverpool in our last game. Might make a couple of changes here just to make sure that we're okay as well. RL is going to come out here for Jordan Pickford. Pasquetta is going to come in for Diarastica to come off the bench to help change the game. And Zaniolo, who's coming back from injury, is going to come out for Thuram as well. Now, Calvert-Lewin's not 100% fit, but I am going to start him here because he can get me a few goals. And is that the team that is going to win the Premier League title? It's Pickford, Bellerin, Zuma, Okolie, Stupinian, Souček, Sasito, Pasquetta, Thuram, Bowen, and Calvert-Lewin. Lose today and things get nervy, because then you play 20th and FM loves you losing to a relegated side, and then you play Arsenal. Imagine if we lost the last 3 games of the season after getting absolutely FM'd in the Champions League. Villa Park. They've got Caleri and Watkins, Coutinho, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Bailey, Digne, Diogo, Carlos, Kamara, Matty Cash, and Martinez in net. We are 90 minutes away, potentially, from winning the title. Backstick ball, Calvert-Lewin heads just over. Would have been a great start, but it is 0-0 after 6 minutes played. And away we go. Can we do it? Pasquetta, Zuma, heads just over. Or heads just wide. Good start from us though, really dominating. But I did mention it in the start of last episode that we were struggling to score goals and it reared its ugly head against Liverpool. So I'm I'm kind of half expecting we dominate and not score many, which is a bit unlike us. But yeah. Anyway, great ball to Thuram. Numbers in the box here to put a ball in there. Bowen's offside, so we won't even bother about that. But would have been nice for it to count. I think Calvert-Lewin should just go for goal himself. Instead, he tried to find Bowen. But yeah, look, is what is. It's going to be 1-0. It's going to be 0-0. Sorry, everyone is choked off. But yeah, look, promising signs here against Villa. Would I take a draw? Yeah, because technically if I draw and then draw again, then whatever. Had they given it offside for that? He's offside there for when Calvert-Lewin puts the ball in anyway, so that's fine. I think they tried to give it offside against Calvert-Lewin. Oh, Bowen offside. Speaking about Bowen, backstick ball. A collie heads, we lead 1-0. Can't rule that one out. We are 20 minutes played, 1-0 up, and potentially about to win the title with 2 games in hand against the Liverpool side who won the league. Pretty sure they won the league last year. And the Champions League, and are in the Champions League final again. Just shows how good of a team we've built here with West Ham. Like, we have built an insanely good side. Kurt Zuma heads just over. If you have a look at the players we brought in, Bellerin's been fantastic. Okolie's been fantastic. Sacido's been fantastic. Diarastic, I know he's not starting today, been fantastic. Marcus Thuram in times has been fantastic. DCL has had an outrageously good year. The only thing I will say is Pickford and has not maybe been great, but has had moments. But yeah, we have been fantastic. The money that we got from Declan Rice has been very well spent. Pasquetta, that's just poor. Thuram, though, wins that one back superbly well. Bowen's stretching play was ignored. Salcido looks for Calvert-Lewin. If anyone had to play Bowen there, it was 1-on-1 against Digne and wide where he could have brought others into play, but no. Kamara, Douglas Luiz, Watkins, picked off by Thuram, and that's superb. Stupian, Okoli, Souček, Pasquetta, Okoli. What's of us trying to pass it to people that are standing behind players? Ollie Watkins, Caleri, 1-1, one mistake. One mistake, 1-1. Great stuff, boys. Very well done. Screwed the pooch much. Really bad highlight from us there. Gave Aston Villa half a sniff and they scored. That's probably why they sit where they sit in 6th or 5th. Let's see if we want to make some passes here. All started with Pasquetta putting a free header straight back to him. He's been really poor this year. Had a really good year last year. Backstick ball. Thuram loves a header. Heads over. It's a right ball. $33 minutes played. Cash throws to McGinn. Pasquetta wins that header. Sacido looks for Calvert-Lewin. Needs to win the knockdown and does. Pasquetta looking for Thuram. Was there, but unfortunately wasn't the best ball. And here come Villa again. We've looked like we've dominated the game, like in terms of having the ball, and then we just keep giving it back to him, which is quite annoying. Diego Carlos, Digne. Souček, what a ball. Watkins is in. We've thrown it away. We've thrown it away. From leading 1-0 and dominating, we've thrown it away to go 2-1 down. What a ball, to be fair, from Caleri. Villa, 4 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals. To our 12 shots, 15 shots now. We cannot score goals. We are faltering right at the end of the season. Zuma heads, he heads wide. Thank God we're playing Leeds is all I'm going to say. Thank God we're playing Leeds is all I'm going to say. Because at least against Leeds we should win. Pasquetta's coming off because he had one of the worst halves I've seen. Bowen is legless as Zanolo's coming in. Like, DCL has had a really good year, but he has been poor of late. Of late, 7, 6.2, 7.5, 6.4. He's been patchy is what I would say. It hasn't been bad. Have a look at this. Dominating here. We're the team 2-1 down. Here we go. Go into that. Calvert-Lewin out for Danny Ings. Marino in for Souček, who's having a stinker. Di Rustica heads. Stupin pumps it to no one. Why are you going long for? I don't get it. He has all the time in the world. It's not our day. This is not our day. Zaniolo wins a tackle. Digne keeps it in. McGinn now turns out. A goal for them and it's game over here. McGinn, Douglas Luiz. Matty Cash hits one from distance. That's over the bar. A draw means nothing, realistically. 70th minute. We've played well, just no goal, no cutting edge. So Nolo wins a header, but yet again, instead of heading it back to our fullback, let's go and header it away, straight back to him. Every highlight's fallen to Villa. It's like FM flicked the switch, said, "No, you're not winning today." Leon Bailey. Douglas Luiz. Matty Cash. Watkins was brought down. It's probably a penalty, arguably. Apparently not. We're getting very attacking and really up the tempo here. Bring on a second striker because I've got nothing to lose. Second striker, I've got nothing to lose. Let's go for it. Marino drops in. They've dropped off completely now, which is fair enough. Di Rustica. Vlasic picks up a knock after coming off the park. Zaniolo turns his man. Needs numbers in the box. Down he goes. Penalty? Not given. And Aston Villa play on. Down the 10-man, Vlasic gets hurt within 2 minutes of being on the park. Great stuff. Scripted much. That's quite annoying. We've absolutely dominated now, Aston Villa. We're going to lose. And insult to the story, they're going to score really late to make it 3-1. That is a disgusting performance. That's just for ankle ligaments. Weak. Very weak. Alright, 2 days. Injured innocuously. Like, comes on the park, goes to take a sprint, and then does that. Alright, 2 days, 3 days, Leeds. Must win game to win the title, or else it's going to come down to Arsenal, and things are getting nervy now. Second to last match day. Game in hand, win and we win the title. Liverpool win the title last year? They did. Okay, I was convinced. So this is the night Liverpool going back-to-back and potentially back-to-back Champions Leagues as well. Can we do it? Let's go find out. We're going to make the one change, and that is Zaniolo is going to start from minute 1. And Di Rustica is going to come in. Creswell as well. I did do a team talk to say we win the league, and Estupim's the only player that was wary of putting the pressure on. Want to start Joe Gomez, but can't. Let's get into it. Let's go. Come on. We're playing bottom place Leeds. They are relegated. They are gone. Solly March. Jesse March is about to lose his job because he's still in charge here on the game. But Meslier is the only one we have to worry about because he's world class. He's a great keeper. But outside of that, the rest of that team, Pablo Fornarales, I know is here. We surely have to win. Away we go. Lost, 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 draw, draw. Surely we do this. And away we go. The only thing I worry about is the fact that our XG has been so underperformed. For the second half of the year, we have really underperformed our XG. Anyway, Cooper. Pastel Strook. If we don't win today, I'm going to tell you we're going to lose to Arsenal at home and we won't win the title. And we're going to throw it away. Hector Bellerin. Souček. Zuma. Souček. Bellerin. Zaniolo drops in nicely. Calvert-Lewin now. Goes on a run. Needs some help here. Sasito picks it up. Was very lucky it fell back to us. Zaniolo now. Good run. Diarastica. Ball to Bowen's unreal. Bowen cross keeper surely. We lead 1-0. Now we led 1-0 against Aston Villa. So let's not say that we're going to win the title. But the difference against Aston Villa, who are 5th and fighting for Champions League football, and us playing Leeds, is Leeds are 20th and have nothing to play for and already relegated. But Bowen, cross keeper, we lead 1-0. Great finish. Let's see what else happens here. 20 minutes played. Not dominating the game in terms of chances, but we are dominating the ball. And that, 1-0 up. We're one clean sheet away, please, game. Just one clean sheet away. Do I dare utter those words? Rocker, over the top. Bamford's in here. Bottle Job City? Bottle Job City, anybody? Population us? We've conceded the 20th place Leeds. We can't keep a clean sheet and we can't score goals. Equals you're not good enough to win the league. We've thrown it away with a month and a half to go here. This is not good. Time ticks away. Injury to Thomas Souček, of all people. Marino's going to come in. We're going to do that. Half time into the dressing room. Fresh arms. Unacceptable. This is a joke. The stress is real. The stress is real. It's not happening out here. Stress is real. Calvert-Lewin's had a stinker. Danny Ings has scored some goals for us over the time. So in you come. Kurt Zima's dead. Chris Smalling's going to come in. Can we find a goal, please? Is there got to be a moment? Courage the boys that push forward. Bowen's pretty dead. We're actually going to move Pasquetta out wide. Diarastica can find a chance. So Cedo and Marino are going to come the other side around as well. Creswell free kick. Creswell, great save, Meslier. "76 minutes played and it's 1-1 against Leeds, who are 20th. If we don't win this game, we don't deserve to win the title. Move us to attacking. Is there going to be a moment? There's not going to be a moment. 90th minute, we need a goal. Diarastica thumps one back stick. Thuram heads, he hits the bar. That close to winning the title. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. It comes down to the final day. And yet again, we have 19 shots of 8 on target. We only can score 1 goal. Yet again. Well, only 2 points clear. Give injection to Souček. Zaniolo's out for 5 to 8 days. We have got West Ham at home with a chance to win the title. Liverpool play Spurs on the final day. Liverpool play Spurs on the final day, who are 9th in the Prem. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. 4 to 8 days there, Arsenal in 5. Well, Failed to beat Villa after leading and failed to beat Leeds after leading. Just not good enough. Look at the domination. We're going to throw away the title, aren't we? We'll be back. Final day of the season. Arsenal at home. Welcome back, YouTube. Final game. We shouldn't be here. We should have beaten Leeds. We led against Villa as well. But yet, it's the final day. We play Arsenal, where a win will do. A draw may be enough. A loss could even be enough, as long as Liverpool do not beat Spurs. We are one fixture away from the title, but as it stands, this could be the almighty bottle job. I have made a couple changes. Gomez not 100% fit, but he could start if I wanted to. Decided against it. Could go Smalling for Caleb, but there's no point. I am going to start Creswell. Final ever game for us. Dead Bull Merchant. Links up with Thuram, off we go. Fortunately, Zanolo not fit. Diarrasca not 100% fit. Souček got the injection. So I'm actually going to play Marino and put Caicedo into the ball-winning midfielder role. Hopefully, Calvert-Lewin can do something as well. Just one win, please. Just one win, please. Or just Liverpool don't win. Stand user Arsenal. Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel Tierney, Jorginho, Odegaard, Partey, Saka. Diaby is the only one who they must have just signed, who's fantastic, and Gabriel Jesus. So that's a pretty good side with a pretty good bench. Let's see what happens here. We are 90 minutes away from winning the title. We're 90 minutes away from the almighty bottle job. Can Spurs do us a favour? Oh my God, that's not a good start. Bellerin wins it back, thank God. Zuma. We gave it away from kickoff, and then that happened. Anyway, Creswell gets on that. It's good from Creswell. Pasquetta. Zuma. Needs some help here, Zuma, Thuram. Tomiyasu wins it back. Whose highlight is this, FM? We don't know whose highlight this is. It might be ours now that Bowen's pickpocketed Tierney. Finds Bellerin. He knows how to whip him. Salcedo. Pasquetta. Okoli. Creswell. Thuram. Great movement. Numbers top of the box. Calvert-Lewin is deflected by Gabriel over the bar. It's like Liverpool all over again, deflecting from point-blank range, are we? We can't score from open play. This is ridiculous. Okoli. Interesting highlight there. I don't know if I really want to even look at the Liverpool result. I guess we should from like a point of view of ourselves, but I kind of just want to just go out there and focus on Arsenal and try and win the game. Zuma, Marino. I think we've got a first half just focus on the game and then we'll worry about Liverpool in a second. Calvert-Lewin one-on-one, puts it wide. This sums it up. This sums it up. We can't finish a chance. We should be 1-0 up here. Two massive chances. We've started really well, but it is 0-0. Creswell is on for the dead ball specialty. Zuma heads just wide. When we wanted to, we've been the best team in the world. Maybe not the best team in the world. When we wanted to, we've been the best team in the Prem this year. But of late, we cannot score to save our lives. Diaby. Still going. Jesus. They've given a penalty. Oh my word. The title's gone. We've given away the title again. We've given away the title. I say again. We did against Leeds. We did. Against Villa we did. Pickford, be well class. One time. Bit of a penalty stopper. Jorginho, that's a good penalty. Only solace I would take is the teams that have led 1-0 in the last two games we played have not won. Leeds drew. Villa came back and beat us. So read into that how you will. It's a great pen. Now we have to look at Liverpool. Liverpool 1-0 up. They scored in the second minute. We are currently in trouble. Get your act together, boys. Do I go 4-2-3-1 early? I'm not. But I will be going 4-2-3-1 sooner than later. I'm going to give it 10 minutes here. See if something happens. Fabinho's been sent off. That's massive. Spurs have just scored. We are going to go for it. But Liverpool are down to 10 men. Going to go 4-2-3-1 but not make a change just yet. Liverpool down to 10 men. Spurs are 2-1 up. We're going to win the title by the most unconvincing way by not winning a game in our last 3 and Liverpool down to 10 men. Calvert-Lewin, big moment. Marino hits, finish. Ball to Calvert-Lewin, not back to Marino, and he smacks one from distance and he scores. That is massive. He's just been left out of the Spain squad and he's been a touch upset about it, but bang he goes. Poor ball. Failure to get out there from Gabriel, and Marino first time, what a finish. As it stands, Liverpool need 2 goals, so with 10 men. Marino, Bellerin. Zuma. Marino. Okoli. Salcido. Creswell. Back a line. Okoli. The movement in the 4-2-3-1, sometimes brilliant. Okoli. Back to Pickford, that's fine, boys. Zuma. Bowen. Calvert-Lewin, 1-on-1, DCL! From 1-0 down, we lead 2-1. Are we about to win the title on the final day? Well, we really should have won it 2 matches ago, or at least, 2 matches ago, 3 matches ago. DCL finishes, and there we go. Spurs are 3-1 up, we've won the title. I don't see Liverpool coming back there. I know they're a fantastic side, but they've won it. So Cedo's out there for Thomas Souček. Krel's got to get his standing ovation there for Estupiñán. And we're going to move Joe Gomez back into a fullback on support on that side, coming back from injury as well. Now there's a highlight they'll probably score. Creswell's last ever game is going to be a game where he started and we became champions, maybe. Still enough time for there to be something different to happen, but the 4-2-3-1 has carved it up here. Hector Bellerin. Creswell. His last couple of touches in a West Ham shirt. Finds Thuram. Creswell. Thuram. Hits over the bar. That's fine, boys. That's well played. Bowen's pretty dead. Bowen is pretty dead. Zaniolo in. Diarastica in. There's your changes. Drink it in, boys. Drink it in. We're going to win the title because Liverpool are down to 10. To be fair, we've tried our best to throw this away. And if Liverpool don't go down to 10 men, they probably beat Spurs. But what we've done here against Arsenal in the 4-2-3-1 has been superb. Estupiñán going on a run and a half. He finds Souček. Marino can volley. Decides against it because he's left-footed. Souček goes back there to Okoli. Estupiñán. Souček. Marino. Good touch. No one running in behind and then we lose it. All a bit too stagnant in the end. Diaby with a massive moment. Gabriel Jesus. Well, it's 2-2 here. Just need to make sure we don't get a Liverpool comeback. Collie, Diarastica. Looking for Zaniolo. Calvert-Lewin was lurking. Just didn't find him. Gomez wins that. Zaniolo. Thuram backstick. Good header. We've gone out here to win. We have not been able to score goals for the last month, but mercifully we've gone out here and scored 3 today. In what has been a very stressful title race. That is all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Gomez is down with a knock. That's not good. Zuma heads over. Well, boys, drink it in. In Season 2 of Glory Hunter, we win the Premier League title. We can get the chart up in a second and mark it off. But we've done it in dramatic fashion. We threw it away against Aston Villa. We definitely threw it away against Leeds. And we were down in the second spot at some point of today where Liverpool led and we were losing. But on the final day, we win 3-2 against Arsenal at home. And Liverpool went down to 10 men. And that was enough to see us win the title. No title celebration, which is odd on the final day. That makes no sense. Thank you. It's a brilliant feeling to win the Premier League. On to my title celebration. We ended up winning it by 5 points, but it was definitely a lot closer than that all year. There we go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 38 mil. Crown champions. Unbelievable. That leaves us 117 mil to spend because they've redone my budget, and 182 mil as well. I think the last one we have to have a look at, Job Centre. Is there anybody that has lost their job here that is worth thinking about? Insecure. Insecure is Man City. I think you would have to take the Man City job over West Ham just. But outside of that, no one realistically is what you're thinking. Man United, stable. Schalke, Stuttgart wouldn't go. Valencia, I wouldn't go. Yeah, there is no real jobs around. So I'm guessing Leipzig won their last few games. No, there they are, Insecure. I think that's the only one where I would leave right now. Would be Leipzig. 56 mil. They finished 5th. Which, if you go to the Bundesliga league table and you go by stages, they're in the Europa League. So leaving... No, they're not. They're in the UECL. So leaving wouldn't even do much. Maybe I want the Cologne job, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get the Cologne job because they're in a pretty good spot. Leaving, I would be able to just focus solely on the DFB Pokal and trying to get in the Champions League. I don't know if I would leave to go to Leipzig. Who's the winner of the DFB Pokal? Hertha Berlin and Stuttgart. So if Hertha Berlin beats Stuttgart, then another Europa League spot goes to the league, and then the UCL goes to Leipzig, or do they get another Europa League spot, and then UCL goes to Frankfurt? UECL goes to Frankfurt. I'm not sure. Don't know if that's the spot we really want to end up at. I don't know. That's something to think about at the next time. We win the title, and that's all that matters. We're champions. What a run home, huh? What a run home. And to think if Liverpool didn't FM us, who we could have been. But a 2-1 loss, a 1-1 draw, and then we beat Arsenal and finished 3rd this year. Pretty special. See you guys next time for what will be us either moving, staying. I don't know what we do. Let me know what you would have done in the comment section down below. But we win the title. We don't win the FA Cup. And we do not win the Champions League. But here we are. The league. Good at. Put a 1 in it. Unbelievable. And there we are. We did what we needed to do. And there we go. Didn't do the Domestic Cup. Didn't win the UCL. Wasn't in the EL. Wasn't in the ECL. No World Cup. No Euro. But we win the title. We need that number to equal 5 once we're all said and done. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. One of the big leagues is ticked. I'll see you next time for where we might end up next. Or staying at West Ham to try and win the FA Cup could be the go.